Less than 3 weeks ago until Wrestle Kingdom 16 Night 1 and 2. Wrestle Kingdom fever is in the air. Can you feel it? Can you fucking feel the anticipation building? Ready to burst out of every goddamn orifice you have? Well, that's a bit graphic. But anyway, I'm John Reckton with my review of New Japan Pro Wrestling's World Tag League and Best of Super Juniors 2021, the finals. Okay, quick side note. I apologize for not reviewing this entire tour, but I will explain why as quickly as possible. One, I've been working a whole lot. I've had a whole lot of other content that I've been recording, and really, I've just been kind of burned out on reviewing so much, wrestling, so I decided to take pretty much most of the tour off. Now, I've seen enough of the matches to know that World Tag League was fine. There were a couple standout matches, and Best of Super Juniors had some pretty good action, but also, I'm kind of sick of a few things that have been going on during various New Japan Pro Wrestling programs, and I will explain that during this review. But that being said, this was certainly a nice little bit of setup for the World Tag League and Best of Super Junior winners to go for the championships inside the Tokyo Dome. So let me know your thoughts on this show in the comments, please. We do get highlights of, various events that have led us to this particular show. And we get Yuto Nakashima and Koze Fujita, along with Taguchi, versus Suzuki, Taka Michinoku, and Doki. Gee, two young lions on one team. I wonder who's going to take the fall. Well, one of the young lions did. So, Nakashima decided to eye Suzuki because apparently he longs to really not have a very long career. He's like, haha, I'll take on this guy. I don't care if he, he still hits really hard. Fujita decides to go first. That was his undoing. There were lots of strikes. It was the usual. It wasn't bad, I'll say that much. There's some bad stuff that took place later in the card. We get triple submissions and the Doki Choki, Kevin. For the, I don't know why I sound like Linda Blair from The Exorcist, trying to impersonate Gino Gambino, and that gets a victory. Tiger Mask and Oiwa, I have to write that out to know how to pronounce his name because I'm terrible pronouncing foreign names, took on ELP and Taiji Ishimori. Okay, let me just say this much. ELP and Ishimori are a terrific team. ELP, the Bullet Club antics, the Bullet Club bullshit, I'm fucking done with it. I'm fucking done with it in all aspects. Not that the group doesn't have some talent, but I'm just fucking sick of it. It's beyond like NWO 2000 or even NWO 2002. No matter how much talent you have, no matter how many shirts you're selling, it's fucking done. It's a husk of a husk of a husk of what it once was, even in 2017. So, we didn't really get all that much. We got a loaded boot pinning Oiwa in a few minutes. And then aftermath of, Eagles ends up trying to save his tag partner, Tiger Mask, because they're the current IWGP Junior Heavyweight Tag Team Champions. And yes, I forgot that those titles actually existed. I gotta say this much. New Japan's gotta just cut some belts. They gotta cut some titles, no matter the lineage. I was upset when they cut the Intercontinental Championship, but they kept like the Never Openweight 6-man championships, and they kept the Junior Heavyweight Tag titles. You don't really need to do that. I know the weight class thing, but anyway, Taguchi ends up showing up because Eagles apparently can only do so much. And the crowd clapped, and then Taguchi lays them both out by using his butt bump and everything. And he uses the power of the booty, the funky weapon, and he mentions Rocky's name, basically. So it looks like we might get a possible, three-way match inside the Tokyo Dome, either night 1 or 2. Okay, whatever. Anything to basically take the focus off of ELP trying to work, trying to basically do the same bullshit that he usually does. And he's talented, but it's just, I don't know. Again, Bullet Club stuff. You put the Bullet Club colors on almost anybody, and I immediately lose interest. So anyway, Yano, Master Wato, Makabe, and Hanma took on Dangerous Tekkers, Zack Sabre Jr., and Taichi, along with Despi and Kanemaru. Suzuki-gun Jumpstart. I'm totally fucking shocked, except I'm not. The usual fare. At times it was fine. We get a melee, we get the Centauri surprise to Yano, and then we get Hanma being choked up by ZSJ. So at least the guy that should not be in the fucking ring anymore got taken out. Hanma seriously takes about 5 years to set up a goddamn move because even though he came back from all those injuries, he can't fucking go anymore. New Japan's going to have a severe talent turnover in 2022. They got to get some, I'm not saying write people out before they're ready to go, but some they basically just got to fucking encourage to go. There are other people on this card that really should not have, that should not be in the ring anymore, and Hanma's one of them. So, we get Guerrillas of Destiny Tamatanga and Tangaloa, along with Bad Luck Fale and Chase. Bad Luck Fale should not be in the ring anymore because he can't fucking go. It's really, really sad to see. They took, and they have Jado, by the way, massive heater, if you will, taking on Team Aged. And I love these guys, but come on, we gotta, again, come to the conclusion that some of these guys can't go anymore. Tanahashi, Tenzan, Kojima, and Nagata. Tana's knees are hanging on by a goddamn thread, and if he makes it past Wrestle Kingdom 17, I'll be amazed. Chase in the ring, great, just what I need to see to immediately tune out. Just fine, but Bullet Club antics, all the bullshit, whatever. Bullet Club's got more goddamn members than WCW's NWO had. I mean, they don't, but it just seems like it because they're spread across, I don't know, about 18 million companies. And Chase and Tana are having their back and forth, and then we get the most devastating maneuver in all professional wrestling. Surprise, roll up 1, 2, 3. And Tanahashi gets a victory, so I guess he's going to get revenge and possibly a U.S. title shot against Kenta, even though Chase wanted a shot. Chase doesn't fucking deserve a singles run of any variety because he's not very good, not very interesting. And Kenta appears on the screen. He says, fine, no DQ match, and I will do that. Okay, why not? Why not just throw all the goddamn weapons in there? I mean, hell, they already beat the shit out of the referees, and we don't get any DQs, so why not fucking do this? I love New Japan, but sometimes some of the shit they do frustrates me, hence why I kind of took all this tour off, and I hadn't reviewed anything since the Battle in the Valley show. So anyway, Shibata comes to the ring with a message. He's in a suit, looks professional, looks great. He says, January 4th, I've got a match. That's it. He was emotional. Good. I don't know who the fuck he's going to face. I thought he was going to face Kenta, but if Kenta's got a match against Tanahashi, I don't know who the fuck he faces. I don't know. Are they going to bring Bryan Danielson in? Who are they going to have him face? Are they going to have him face a young lion? Are they going to have him face somebody that can give him a safe match? Because even though Shibata, I'm sure, is in incredible shape, think about the injuries that he had at Sakura Genesis 2017 or right after that. That's shit that doesn't necessarily go away, but they need star power. And Shibata, I think, was able to strong-arm them to get back in the ring. Even if it's brief, even if it's just occasionally, I'm all for it. In January 20th through the mid part of February, I believe, it's New Japan Golden Series. Okay. Whatever. I mean, it is what it is. By the way, the January 8th show where it's New Japan versus Noah apparently will not be broadcast on New Japan World. Adjust your cocks and clocks and everything accordingly. Maybe it'll be on Fight TV. I don't really goddamn know. If it's on Fight TV, I'll end up ordering it. But I'm a bit disappointed by that. Or at least it's not going to be broadcast live on New Japan World. Maybe it'll be shown on VOD later. It's a bit disappointing, but then again, while it seems like a great idea in theory, and I don't know that much about Noah, so I'm not knocking, maybe this is the right call. And then we get Sonata and Naito against the Great Okada, if you will, which is Jeff Cobb and the Great Okan, along with Hanare. And I love Hanare, but Hanare really should have been in this instead, because Okan can work, but he's not interesting. Okan wants Naito. That's not Wrestle Kingdom worthy. Naito already had to carry this sack of shit Okan, to matches that were passable at best. Cobb deserves a title run in 2022, U.S., never open weight, and a long run, because Cobb really has shined this year. And Cobb's strength is just fucking ridiculous. Match is fine. We get the Rana on Cobb. 1, 2, 3. Shocking win. And then maybe we're getting Cobb versus Naito for Wrestle Kingdom. I would be for that, but give Cobb the win. Naito doesn't need the win. If it's Naito versus Okan, please have Naito win. But it is what it is. The match was fine. There was a brief aftermath. This is where things started to pick up. And then we get Okada and Robbie Eagles versus Shingo and Bushi. It's a preview of Okada versus Shingo on night 1. Here's what worries me about Wrestle Kingdom, and I'll touch on this more when I do my Wrestle Kingdom predictions, probably sometime after Christmas when the full cards are set. I'm worried that they're going to have Will Ospreay win to close out night 2. If they do that, it's going to be divisive. There are going to be people that are going to support it, and that's fine. You can if you want. And then there are going to be people like me, and I know I'm a person like me, that is going to be reviewing New Japan less and less and less because Ospreay's in-ring talent can only go so far when I'm just bored by the guy. So that's basically it, and that's basically all I have to say. I don't think he would be a good representation as the world champion. That's my take, and I'm sticking to it. The base was nice, and we got some good action here. Eagles did almost land on his goddamn head doing a dive outside, and then Rainmaker to Bushi, 1, 2, 3. Okay, Shingo versus Okada ought to be pretty damn good. If it's anything like their Dominion and Osaka match earlier this year, it should be, it should definitely deliver as the main event. Then we get Yoshiyashi and Goto versus Evil and Yujiro with Dick Togo, the World Tag League Finals, and seriously, this is what you're fucking doing. What I've seen on highlights and as far as highlights and matches and everything, look, I get that they're trying to do this whole thing, House of Torture inside Bullet Club and whatever. Evil's just not interesting. He hasn't been interesting since his fucking heel turn because the Dick Togo antics have gotten to the point where they're so repetitive you're just waiting on. You're not waiting for the match to be any good or pick up. You're just waiting for Dick to continue to repeatedly insert himself from behind, to choke people from behind. And there were even 2 men that were repeatedly pounding Dick inside a New Japan ring. Evil's stuck, in my opinion, as far as interest. Anytime Evil shows up, anytime I hear that theme, I immediately just zone out. My opinion on him is in the goddamn Earth's core. And I'm talking about as a wrestler, not as a person. It was the usual Bullet Club shit. They kept repeating and fucking repeating and fucking repeating. I was almost ready to turn the show off at this point. And oh boy, we get more stuff. We get some attempts at wrestling. They try to do some stuff. Yoshiyashi can work. I just find him bland. Goto has a really epic theme for a guy that has basically just been pretty much mid-card for a number of years. Even though his talent dictates that he could be a guy that could at least challenge for the title, he's been never openweight champion multiple times, long-running 6-man tag team champion, and he's very, very good. But he's teaming with Yoshihashi, who again can work, but I find him bland. This just, we get ref bumps all over the place. How are there no DQs in fucking New Japan? Just, why not just take a chair, bash the referee over the goddamn head? As long as you do it outside the ring, it's fine. And then Ishii comes in and lays out Dick, the Stone Pitbull repeatedly chomping down and beating down Dick, and good God, please end is what I wrote down, and Yujiro got pinned. Thank fuck. Just, god damn it. This Bullet Club shit needs to end. Find something else to do. House of Torture ain't it either. Nothing wrong with heel factions. This is some of the stuff that is making a lot of people tune out New Japan. Well, that and the TV company over there is basically DMCAing everybody that decides to share images and everything, which is why if I ever share images, I usually just share them as jokes and hope that nobody strikes me. They really got to stop doing that. They got to start, being a little more lenient, not letting people pirate the stuff, but letting people share the love of New Japan. That's part of the reason why a lot of people have not been as invested in New Japan, because they're like, okay, if I can't share images, if I can't share some stuff, then why the hell am I doing this? And everybody's got their rules, and I understand that, but it's gotten kind of ridiculous. Now, they get the fisting trophies and everything. They're ready to fist their way to the tag team championships. Goto and Yoshihashi are going to beat Dangerous Tekkers, and I'm going to hate it. Because Dangerous Tekkers have been great tag team champions, but I could honestly see it happening. And then we get Hiromu Takahashi versus Yo Hiyomu, if you will. Boy, I had to work really goddamn hard for that joke. BOSJ Finals. This match ended up going nearly 40 goddamn minutes, and about 10 minutes of that was from some bullshit. But the match was quite good. Yo, from what I saw a couple of the matches, I say he has really improved dramatically. His submission skills have gotten a whole lot better. Hiromu's done some great stuff. Bitch smack theater and the chops and the redness and everything, and Yo varies up its offense with a nice rolling through leg lock. DVD on the apron, we get a Rana to the barricade, we get a tope, and then hey, a ref bump. Red Shoes gets bumped and Show comes out, because we need to have more fucking interference in this motherfucking show, motherfucking goddammit. Pile drivers to both, even though he yelled at Hiromu to take advantage, because we're building up Show versus Yo, which makes sense. That makes sense. You could have done this in the, with the Road to Tokyo Dome shows and everything. I'm just saying, I get it, but at the same time, we already got so much interference and so much repeated bullshit that this was just like, oh, great, again. They don't know what the fuck they're doing. But then eventually, Shingo and Naito come out to root on Hiromu, and Goto and Yoshihashi come out to root on Yo, who's still in chaos. Okay. And eventually he comes back, we get Victory Royal, we get some other moves, we get some good stuff, so it's like 2 matches and some bullshit in the middle. So it's like we had to restart the match. Yo does come back with some close near falls. Very close near falls. Very, very close. Not as close as Sonata and Ibushi had for the G1 finals, but still, there was some good stuff here. And then we get time bomb number 2 for 3. So, Yo had a good showing. He's going to face Sho either January 4th or 5th. And Naito and Shingo celebrate. Shingo and Naito kind of take over the celebration, though. And Naito even holds a trophy, and he broke one of the wings off, a couple of years ago. And he's just also, was it 2018? I think it was 2018. He's celebrating everything. It's all great. It's all good stuff. And then Hiromu thanks the fans and says that everybody's his rival, even people in his own group. So, okay, we're getting maybe a little dissension in LIJ? Possibly? Just the way Naito and Shingo looked at each other. You're thinking that Naito might be a little bit jealous of Shingo? It is possible. So that being said, I will be doing my Wrestle Kingdom prediction sometime after Christmas when the final cards are set. I don't know if I'm going to review the Road to Tokyo Dome shows. I'll see how the cards are, that is. I'm going to be very busy during the later part of this month with work and other projects and everything. So if I can't review those, I apologize. But let me know your thoughts on this show in the comments. Please like, share, subscribe. Twitter handle in the description. I'm John Retlin. I'll see you soon.